stuff to live. Let me see if it had to restart it. Everybody on the check-in, what it do, what the business is. What street, what city, what country you checking in from. We just had a good Natty with the Beats. Go to Young Metro ACS. Go to his DM. Go to Chicago KO DM. Go to BG Illy DM. And you can send them 3 beats. I tell them artists, I don't know why they don't just post we looking for beats or whatever, and that way producers know who to send them to. I don't like being overworked, man. But I guess that's part of my 20% for management, huh? Work the hell out of me. Come to Hammer Lounge. Pull over and get out their way. That's the respectable thing to do. I hope they don't be capping either sometimes just to blow through traffic. Oh, let me see who we at. Okay, they go. So let me get Doc in.
Hey, what's happening, man?
Man, we was going through, I don't know what to get you on here.
You said what, bro? I can't hear you.
I said we was going through, I don't know what to get you on here.
Yeah, my fault, man. I appreciate you adding me. He was telling you, man, I don't really be on social media, on live and Instagram and all that. I'm kind of out the loop like a dinosaur or something, man.
Okay.
But it's good to be on here talking with you, bro. I know about you. I'm in tune with the coaching and all that, so I know who you are.
Your finger might be covering the mic.
Hold up. All right, you hear me?
Yeah, we got it fixed now. I think I had to. So what you were saying, Leoski, about that?
Okay, so basically, they don't know. It's my man. Give his run. This is my professor, Professor Daniel. I met him like
your phone echoing.
Check. I don't know why my
it don't matter.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, Daniel, go give your rundown real quick.
You said what, bro?
Go give everybody your rundown real quick.
Hold on. I'm trying to make sure y'all can hear me, but y'all sound low to me. Hold on.
You good?
I'm gonna do this headphone joint.
Yeah, could I charge
Say something now. Now you sound better. I had to put my little ear joints in.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think you told y'all, man. My name is Davis, man. I teach Africana Studies, Kennedy King College, St. Xavier University. Been doing this for a long time. Specialize in urban history, urban education, just basically anything black, man. But primarily at my core, I'm a hip hop professor, man, hip hop scholar, hip hop head overall. But I do it scholarly and socially, you know. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. And this dude here, man, he was a student of mine originally. Well, now before that, we just linked up at like an extracurricular event. It was like some type of presentation or something.
Yeah.
And yeah. And this fool, he gonna show me a video like, yeah, man, like what you were saying up there, whatever, man. It's this artist I want you to check out. And he gave me this link, and I went looked at it, and it was him. I think it was that Welcome to Chirac joint. And I'm like, yeah, this dude here. So we ended up linking up. There you go. Yeah. Like, check this artist out. And I like the song and whatever. So we ended up linking up. Then he ended up taking the class. We ended up building that way. And he's been cracking up himself.
That's what's up. Hey, let me ask you this. Do they have any courses or anything up there dedicated to Pink House or no?
So Pink House?
Yeah.
Nah, Kennedy King, nah.
Nah.
That's crazy, bro.
Nah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you the truth.
That's
You
crazy.
be shocked, man. You be shocked. Kennedy King is an all-black school in an all-black community. And to my knowledge, I was the first full-time Africana studies professor they've had. You know, and so a lot of stuff, and then they had a hip hop course, one course on the record, but nobody was teaching it. So, you know, just to say, unfortunately, a lot of the content, a lot of what they do isn't really in tune with the people like you would hope. But that's improving a little bit, you know, little by little.
How does
Right.
that change? Through us?
Of course. Of course, but the students have to be, people have to understand, man, in this game, everything is student driven, man. So if it's just like customers, man. If there's a demand for it, then, you know, we provide for the customers, you know?
But
So there has to be,
it's just like with history though. Like, you know, just like our history from beginning of times of taking us from the motherland, changing our names, religions, and things of that nature. So now that we in a environment to where now we can dig up our history and showcase our history, I think that that's something that, you know, far as hip hop is concerned, HBK was really one of the only radio stations we had. You know what I'm saying? And Pink House was breaking everybody from Tupac to Biggie. Like it was him and somebody else. I just can't think of it at the top of my mind right now. But far as radio and underground, to where when we still had to hide in the room, shut the door, and turn it down because it came on late. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
and we didn't want, you know, so we couldn't, you know, hear the cursing and all that, or our parents be like, cut that radio off, you know, it's late, you got to go to school. But we trying to listen to HBK and what Pink House then was playing, and I think it's important for people to know that, because actually Pink House was the one that broke Biggie Smalls here in Chicago and others. If it wasn't for him,
really.
if it wasn't
Yeah.
for him, we wouldn't know about no Biggie, not off the top. I'm saying in the parts of their careers that count. You know, in the beginning, with any story, you got to start from the beginning. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah.
But and a lot of that is left out when it comes to Chicago, and that's what me and Leoski was just talking about earlier. Like for the gangster rap, as it was still called before it was being called drill, you had myself with the Global Gangsters, you know what I'm saying? You had T Berry with Berry Juice Records. You had Shorty B. He had Big Nasty. You had LEP, and you had D.O. and them with Goon Squad. And Shorty Capone had Raw Dope, you know, at the time. So it's like to help the city and artists keep a name buzzing, because of course Common and all them had already had major deals. Twist and them had major deals. Psychodrama was signed to Suave House. Crucial had a deal, but majority of them, all of them was majority West Side.
Crucial was signed to Tony Draper.
No, Crucial them wasn't. They were signed. They actually was signed to Pocket Town Records. They were signed to Nate Hill.
Oh.
And then when Nate, I guess, went on a run, they wind up signing with Shorty Capone or something. So and they was wind up being with Raw Dope.
Okay.
So it's stuff like that people still don't know. You know, I don't know if they had spoken on it before, but it's, you know, I ain't never seen it. You know what I'm saying? I actually heard that from Nate myself.
Right.
Or knew that from Nate myself. Damn, who else was that? Do or Die. We said Do or Die. Psychodrama. So right, all of them had deals, you know what I'm saying? But they was all West Side. The South Side really wasn't, you know, we had R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? We had Common. Actually, Just Row. Just Row was the first rapper signed from the South Side to a major. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I was saying with that Kanye documentary, it showcased a lot of critical people to this game, as far as the guys that was showing them how to make beats. It was guys that was before Kanye that showed him saying, so that didn't get his Shine, and that's the one he was arguing with in the truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he the one taught all them. No ID. He taught all them. They Doug Infinite. That's his name, Doug Infinite. And Doug don't get his shine. I mean, he got his shine now. You know what I'm saying, through that documentary. And you see how he felt. He like, damn, Kanye get on, woo woo. He ain't shout me about. See, people don't understand that. That helps. You gotta shout people back out. You know what I'm saying? And it can help them. Like, it's too much crabs in the bucket with us. You know what I'm saying? They don't. You'll get some people on here right now and they say something about Chicago and don't mention the Global Gangsters at all. And wasn't nobody moving how we was moving. Nobody. Wasn't nobody moving how we was moving. And we had the music, but it was just the mixtape vibe. You know what I'm saying? It was just mixtapes. Like Chachi just called me the other day and he was saying something about the catalog. And I said, Chachi, it ain't no catalog because it was mixtapes. You see what I'm saying? Y'all did the DVD mixtape era. Now it's albums. It's streaming now. But you know what I'm saying? That whole album vibe, we was always independent. So
would you say, so is it basically safe to say that a nigga was a little bit before their time?
Definitely before our time, but we made the noise. We made the noise that was needed.
You echoing.
I think that's Doc. His seatbelt. He ain't got his seatbelt on.
Hold up. I just got in. All right, my bad. There we go.
Okay, yeah. That was you, Doc.
My bad.
Or it's just echoing anyway. But yeah. So you know, some now would say, okay, the Global Gangsters was before their time, this and that. Like, you got to think, you got to realize, bro, I'm going to show you how backwards the city was at a point. We couldn't really get no support from Chicago radio program directors and stuff like that, right? Because you got to think, V-Dub and Ferris and them, all of them was house music DJs. You see what I'm saying? Pink House was the first one really with the rap music, and then when he passed away, we was on the come up. You see what I'm saying? So I knew that if Pink House was still alive, we would have had all the.
But I will say this to interject real quick. I got to speak on this. I can't lie. Vito was a big part of my career.
Of course he was, during your time. You know what I'm saying? And even with us, we made sure we put him with us because we was already popping. We already popping at the South, the Midwest. I mean, you know, the South, the East Coast, the West Coast, we was already popping. You see what I'm saying? Because I was partners with Smack DVD. Every label came to us. Really, we was the A&Rs for the industry, bro.
I remember that.
You see what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? It was nobody on Smack DVDs that was from nowhere, New York, but the Global Gangsters. And the people was wondering, like, damn, how they get on there? You see what I'm saying? But it's the business moves that you make behind the scenes, because I knew that we needed outlets. So I told Will Gates, look, we're going to start the Chicago version. That way we can give Leoski, Bump J, we going to give all our people that's on the come up, LEP, everybody that's on the come up out here, they going to have the same platforms as these New York artists having, and the same platforms as West Coast artists having, because that's what we was lacking. We didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So then
let me and just the insight, you know, while we here, because it's kind of already in the mix, just to inform y'all on it. But JoJo, you got brung up on it. You gonna be in there. That was a conversation that was brung up. But shout out to my nigga Blue Cheese Ricky, Blue Cheese Gang. He's starting the Culture magazine in Chicago. So fucking dope, my nigga. Like, it's a real live fucking culture magazine. So when you said that, it just reflected in my head. DJ Meal Ticket, I stopped by there. He was getting this interview yesterday. I think they even got deep games. Like, he got all from real artists to major to local to real Chicago. And it's a 4-chapter magazine. Shout out to my nigga like Blue Cheese Gang and Rick, bro. That shit hard. So be on the lookout for that too. But you got brung up, my nigga.
It's a paper magazine?
It's no, digital.
Okay.
It's digital. This digital. He gonna print up the last. It's four chapters. The last one, he print up a physical window. You know what I'm saying? And do a big party and event.
So long, this is what I say with him, and you make sure you tell him, as long as he don't get into no picking no sides and all that.
No. This nigga, listen. When I tell you, listen, I'm gonna say this live, and I'm gonna speak on this, and I'm gonna stand on this. When I say this nigga is the most neutral behind the scene,
that's what we need.
So much shit that niggas don't even know about. On my life, I swear to God, G-O-D. Listen, a lot of things that I do when I make business moves and how I move, one is my energy and the energy of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Two, the decisions or the business moves that I make has to be beneficial with one, with our culture, and two, with our neighborhoods and our environment. You get what I'm saying? It always has to be involved no matter what. We have to continue to always get back. So with that being said, when I tell you, I'm going to say less, and you're going to see for yourself. The first event is on the 29th. You'll be there with me. Don't worry about it. Both of y'all will be there.
Yes.
Hold on. You be international. Where you going next? Hold on.
Right. You know me.
Hold on. I got to check your schedule. Hey, how you manage to send me your power pull over, man?
So what I do want to say, if I'm here, I'm going to be there.
Say
salute to Shondell. Shondell just had a Raw Radio. He do the Raw Radio interviews live now, so wherever they book him, and he just did it from that Chicago like chicken and waffles down there.
Oh, he was giving you your flowers.
Yeah, and I was on my way rushing to the airport right then, and it was sad because we lost a member, C-Note. You know what I'm saying? And it was ironic that he was doing it there, and C-Note is, you know what I'm saying, is from the Ida B. Wells. So by him doing it. And chicken and waffles right there, so I had to stop by there and went to Africa right after that. As soon as I left him, I was on my way to the airport. So like I say, once I'm here, I'm gonna show up to whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. That he's doing that for the culture and everything. Because a lot of that's what's missing. Like right now, the industry, it starts at Chief Keef.
Say that again.
I said right now in the industry, Chicago history starts at Chief Keef. What is you doing?
That's crazy.
Why you say that's crazy?
Nah, I mean I believe him. I agree with him. It's just that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes. So you would never know who paved the way for Chief Keef, because nobody ever speak on it. They don't speak on it. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say something I ain't said in the interview yet? I'm gonna say right here live. I mean, me and Davis done talked about it. As much as I put on and I did, and I'm talking about came out of nowhere to make my lane with against everybody that was everybody that was there before me. Listen, I to this day I never really indulge about my accolades of what don't get spoken on. You know why? My grandma used to always say, "Who you trying to prove something to? Always go with the truth." You get what I'm saying? Yeah, a nigga would definitely want they flowers and get what they supposed to. But listen, I think my mission was always bigger than that. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I was telling JoJo earlier. My real mission in life is reach who I reach, teach who I teach, and pray for the rest, right? My accolades for me is when the resources are here. My accolades for me is when we can build. My accolades is for me when we can change these laws. My accolades for me is when we continue to be like the generation now, as far as creative and getting that bag. Oh my God, it's to the limits. You get what I'm saying? And understanding that knowledge. So for me, the accolades come, I feel like, and it's sad to say, when the demise is gone. You feel what I'm saying? But the legacy that you leave on, and that's the building that you do now. You get what I'm saying? That's the whole key from my perspective.
They doing another little documentary out here, and I think 50 Cent and them supposed to be involved with it. So when they call me back, I was out the country, and I'm gonna make sure they get you on there. That's another thing that be going on. Stuff be happening in the city, and everybody be worried about they self, and they don't
appreciate that love.
Yeah,
and that's another thing. You know, I done been around niggas.
And hold on, not to say that, but 50 Cent shouldn't have to be doing shit on Chicago. Like that's like I was
just about to say that.
I'm not knocking it.
But it's like,
But it's
bro,
like, bro,
you know, like
like
this the
this
arguments I
the
be having
arguments
with
I be having with
LT Hutton.
LT Hut.
Now LT
Now
from
LT from
he from the
he
Heights,
from
right?
the Heights, right?
Now he did the
Now he
Tupac
did the
story.
Tupac story.
And I'm asking LT, why we not piggybacking that, bro? Like, why it wasn't a movie ready to go in the clip after that? Another one after that, another one after that. He could be doing what 50 Cent is doing on with stars and all that. And everybody move at their own time, you know what I'm saying? And he know I talk to him all the time about this. Who else we got that can be in position? John Monopoly stay making moves, you know what I'm saying? Monop don't hold up. They called Monop. He utilized his relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up, Monop. Monop reached out to me. Shut up, Monopoly.
Yeah, Monop. Anything come Monop way, he do his trickle down effect. So I definitely got to say that. Who else, man? But it's like even with Cootie and them. All right, Cootie, y'all just got a bag from Kanye shit. What y'all doing now, bro? That shit over with. Channel 19, Channel 0. You did Kanye. Y'all got 30, 40 million. Congratulations. Well, don't go take no vacations just yet, Cootie. We still got some shit that we need to do over here. You know what I'm saying? We never knew who the Chike dude was. I don't even think he from Chicago, but that was his business partner. Salute to him. You know what I'm saying? But we just been forced to let everybody else profit off our city and our culture except us. And
well, I was gonna speak on that when you said we start getting until we start sitting and having these meetings and really getting back to how we need to govern things, then the nigga really can't say nothing. I can't even be mad at the nigga. You see what I'm saying? Because we do this, we create and we let everybody eat. And then we like, damn, no, we gotta create. Hold on, pump that brake before we drop that. Let's have this. This is something that's big. Let's put this out. Well, listen, this is crazy, right? It's this song, God. I can't think of the shouty name though. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Y'all heard that song?
I don't think I heard
the nigga
that.
got shot up. It's trending already. And the nigga got to I'm still alive.
Oh yeah.
Right there, right? Right? That's creation. So,
He a Chicago artist?
Yeah, he a Chicago artist. And they got kids dancing in the video and everything.
Let me say this. In a situation like that, when we speak on it, them opportunities right there, Chicago, in a position like you know what, Shawty, what you got going on? Let me just sit down with you for the position you in.
That's great.
You agree?
You there?
Yeah, you say.
Remember you was talking about how 50 come and like he got a position, right? So like what's buzzing right now? I don't know if I just know it's trending. But in the position you in, this situation, I feel like, okay, hey JoJo, you see the dude got going on. You know what I mean? You hey, Shawty, hold on. Let me see what really got going on. Or just the conversation. Guess what? These are the steps we gotta take, JoJo, to keep locking our city down. As soon as we see something happening in our city, we hear about it, we need to get in tune with it. We're gonna fuck with it or not, have an understanding about it.
Hey, you know what? And then it was at one point in time where artists go deal with any and everybody else that wasn't from here. And then want to come to us or definitely come to me once they done got jerked. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that. Like you didn't think or to ask who you should come to for management that's from where you from. We really the only ones that's gonna have our best interest. Now that's a lot of jerks that long as some money involved, they don't really care. You know what I'm saying? So we do have some of those people as well. But I'm not known for that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't known for screwing nobody over out no contracts, bogus contracts. I'm not known for that. So I can't speak on everybody else. I just was tired of keep getting the calls once they done went New York, wherever they went and got signed and then got jerked. You know what I'm saying? And now they not being a priority no more because they did do what you said. They got on with the drill and now they want to put out real records
You know what I'm saying? And they don't want that from them. See, they don't be, nobody be telling the industry that part that, not matter of fact, what's Fredo Bang just said that about him and Youngboy. He said him and Youngboy, I guess, wanted to squash their beef. It's this in the government or the judge.
Oh yeah. I saw that interview, but see, that
told them no, keep doing what y'all doing, huh? You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's where you come in at.
That's where you come in. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you saying literally they wanted to? The reason why I say that they wanted to. Yeah, no, that's great. They wanted to end the nonsense, and they said that the industry, I mean the labels, straight out, flat out told them to keep it going.
Yeah. Like told them keep it going. So that go to show you that they knew they penitentiary investors. So they gonna get money off and some invested in the morgue and funeral parlors.
And so understanding that, and we've known this for a while, right? We've known this. It's just crazy when you hear these stories of them literally saying it. Like, we know it's been implied. We've been assuming that just by peeping game and understanding what's happening with these artists and with these labels, white-owned labels, etc. But my question to you, man, because, you know, in your position, I think your opinion really would matter with this, bro. Leoski chime in, too. And me and Leoski talked about this in the past, too. But at this point, man, with the industry being as corrupt and with things like that happening, do you think that Chicago hip-hop in general, do you think that it has a role to play anymore, a realistic role to play anymore in kind of changing the environment that so many of us are growing up in and the street activity, the killing, you know, all this, the negativity that's going on? Do you think hip-hop really even has a role in that anymore? Because it used to. I know it used to. We used to feel like it had the ability to influence culture and change society, change the community, get people away out of their circumstances and all that. But it's starting to feel like that's over with. And I'm just interested to know what you think about that.
No, it's not over with because they showing them that
echo.
Me?
My bad.
So listen, when somebody talking, I'm gonna just mute mine. I'm gonna mute when one of y'all talking.
You know
yeah,
what?
Me too.
No, I think I'm gonna put my headphones in. I'm gonna see if that changed something. Oh right, I don't hear no echo.
You good?
I'm good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So damn, what I was gonna say. They still influence the culture because first thing they do when they get a record deal, they do the money phone. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, I got this money from dissing the ops, dissing the dead. So kids that want money, they feel like, okay, well, he got money doing it his way, so his way must work. So that means that's what they gonna do.
But it's to the negative. You see what I'm saying? And when I you know, I guess my question is, do you think it has the potential to reverse it in a positive way? Like, we know they influential. We know that these artists influence these young dudes and these young women to do what they're doing out here, right? But it's 9 times out of 10, it's towards the negative because of the corporate interest, the label heads and their interests and whatnot. The money phone and other forms of like materialism and all of that nonsense, that's clearly influencing them. But I'm wondering if there's a way, if there's any hope that it can reverse. Do we have the power? Are we able to influence those that have so much influence on younger people? Is there any way to reverse this and change the messaging and stop promoting the drilling and the killing and the pill pop and all that? Do you think that's still possible?
Well, let me show you. Juice WRLD popped, and then they came with that he had a mental illness and then died of an overdose from them pills, right? But he took over. He sold billions crazy. And he come from Bibby and them camp, which was drill rappers, right? So they hit a lick with that. You know what I'm saying? Chance the Rapper came out, did all type of Sprite, all type of stuff. Now, if Chance probably would have started a label, and because he might do have a label, I'm not sure. So if Chance started a label, if Lupe started a label and signed like-minded artists like themselves, it's really only going to be the people that care to listen to conscious music. The same way with Common them. You know what I'm saying? Like the backpack rapper for us in Hyde Park, we wasn't interested in that shit. We wanted to hear, You know what I'm saying? Do or Die, Crucial Conflict. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to hear Twister, Psychodrama. So you gonna always have your choice.
But, and I agree with that, Lupe, the Chance the Rappers of the world. But I'm saying on the largest, like the mainstream, like why do you think it'll ever be, or do you foresee Chance the Rapper and artists that Chance the Rapper and Lupe would sign, the quote unquote conscious artists, do you ever see a world where they're on repeat all day on GCI? Where they're on repeat all day on 92.3? Because that creates, they're the tastemakers.
Why that won't happen? Because you got Clear Channel.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right.
So we don't own the radio station. And see, this what people didn't know about James Brown. So you're right. One of y'all mute y'all phone, and I think that stops the. That's Doc. Yeah. See, every time Doc shit is janky, man. So Doc with the damn the noise from the seat belt and everything, echoes. So look, Doc sending some real freaks around here.
I told you I'm new to this, man. I'm still getting this together, man.
Yeah. So if Lupe, let me see. If Lupe, because you got to throw Common and you got to throw Kanye in there in that conscious community type vibe. Look what Kanye doing. So the drill rappers can't keep on just acting like they can only do drill. Kanye a billionaire, 9 billion worth. He took now this the same kid that they didn't want him to be no rapper. They only wanted his beats. His raps came and took over. Then he got into the fashion and took over. You know what I'm saying? So it's other avenues that you can get rich off of. It ain't just gotta, rap was always just a stepping stone anyway. Cause you can start rapping and that let a person know that, okay, I'm acting out roles, I'm acting out scenes in these videos. So, I can be an actor. You see what I'm saying? And now you got these people that's being actors that used to be rappers and all that. Common. Look at D-Ray now, from comedy to acting. Whoever else we got, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just speaking on it from that point. So it ain't got to just be, let's just make the diss records right quick, blow up, and then change and be the person that I really want to be. Now you got to do the diss record, diss all kind of people, and then say, I was just joking. I'm really not in that. I just use that to get on to get the money, but I'm really a conscious rapper, this and this and that. I mean, it was, I fooled you. You know what I'm saying? So it's entertainment. And I decided to entertain you. Really the 6ix9ine move. He came in acting like he was super gangster tough with pink rainbow hair. You know what I'm saying? Dissing everybody and all that.
JoJo.
What up?
Professor.
You couldn't hear me?
Yo.
You couldn't hear me? I definitely heard. We ain't speaking that nigga name on this motherfucker at all. But
I'm just saying. It's entertainment. You feel me? Like this is what's happening. And they chose to get that millions of dollars. And it was a crash for us.
Hold on.
So
let me get your opinion on this whole situation. I know that's your opinion. Could you ever saw yourself managing that situation?
Mute your phone again, Doc. Go ahead, Leoski. Doc shit terrible. Doc need to get that Obama phone back.
Listen, I've been trying to. I told the nigga he can get an iPhone on my account. Come on,
damn, Doc.
Listen, I was gonna say this. Could you ever see yourself in that position, managing that situation?
No.
Okay.
But see, I'm not a money whore, so it's like it's not you got to know in the hole, know when to fold, just like poker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna whack a person that's feel like, listen, I'm not buying the shenanigans and the bullshit. That boy is a civilian. That's how he seen him, and he chose to manage him, and that's why, because he's saying himself, he ain't on nothing tough. He ain't even built for that. Y'all industry made him. Y'all created that monster.
See,
and then the truth came out.
Bro, you just touched the nerve. Okay. So this all right. You just touched the nerve with me, man. All right, so here's the thing. I gotta know. Again, I'm looking at the deeper mindset behind this stuff. And I was going somewhere with the hip-hop question, and we still kind of going that way. 6ix9ine gets what he gets, deservedly so. for being a rat and all that stuff. I get it, cool. But I hear people say, authentic people, they say that they can never work with them. You just said you wouldn't work with them, whatever. But then on the flip, this is where I get confused, right? Looking at it from a different angle. How is it that we've gotten to a point where we would manage and work with admitted killers, but we won't work with an admitted rat? Like, we'll work with someone who kills people.
Because now mute your phone, Doc.
I got you.
Because in our culture, rats and rapists was the worst things you could ever be in our culture. We was taught that since born. So therefore, if I decide to put money in a different account, I got to be looking at him like, is he gonna snitch on that? You see what I'm saying? When they come for me for money for money laundering, is he gonna be the witness in my court case? You see what I'm saying? So
no, 100%. Yeah,
so
yeah. Go ahead.
A rat can't be trusted, bro. So that's,
and I understand. No, and I totally get it from that angle. But you see where I'm going with the larger angle. If we're evolving, or maybe we're not, because you did say it's entertainment, it's business, and maybe we should leave it there. But if we're gonna evolve as a culture, and which I've always hoped, maybe I'm naive, maybe I'm being too optimistic, but I've always had this hope that hip hop could be that vehicle, that leading vehicle towards change in the community, towards reversing a lot of the stuff that we had to go through growing up and that people go through growing up. If hip hop's gonna evolve and become that, don't we have to change that mindset and change that example from, and I think you would admit, and others would admit, that's from the street and that's from, the bullshit, right? I think you would admit that it was bullshit, like the stuff that we were taught and stuff that the previous generation taught in the street was a survival tactic. They was doing all they knew, but we were kids hearing those things. As adults and as, evolved individuals and stakeholders in the community, at what point do we start to change that narrative, right? And that's
when it started? It started to change when them same people go do 10, 15 years for a crime like Steady B them. Steady B them from Philly is coined to be the gangster rap originators. We thought it was Ice-T, and a lot of us will say NWA, but it's not. These guys from Philly, Steady B and them, is the ones that's originated gangster music, as they say, right? So back then, and look at them, they doing life in prison for bank robbery. Now you would think hip hop music, but that really was before it was making all the money that it's making now. Because you would think, damn, y'all got major deals. Why is y'all robbing banks? You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, even right now, we lost Bump J to a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? And he just had a major deal. So, it was like, damn, a lot of us looking like, well, damn, we just know he signed 2 million. He got songs with Rick James and Kanye and everybody. We rooting for him. You know what I'm saying? And then they come and tell us that, and we couldn't believe it. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, that ain't true. He wouldn't do that. We all rooting for him. Like, hell no. We thinking he finally made it. Now y'all want to come pull them same tactics that J. Edgar Hoover used to pull whenever we get in position. You see what I'm saying? So that's how we really was looking at it, But look at Pac. Soon as Pac coming with them Brenda Got a Baby, changed the world music. Looking at Biggie. Biggie say, I never thought hip hop would take it this far. Now we in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? When he said all that, he never thought that it went from hip hop on the corner in a park to now Puffy getting millions, and you telling me I ain't got to sell crack no more, come from down south, come back up here, you got a check for me? And then he say, yeah, I got a check for you. Not only do I got a recording check, you want to sell your publishing? And I can give you another million or whatever. And Biggie like, what? So now I'm finna have 2 million? Hell yeah. But then you had a lot of people mad at Puff because he was learning the business and applying the business that he's learned to himself. So they like, oh, he bogus. He took Biggie publishing. No, Biggie sold his publishing. You see what I'm saying? Like, Puff couldn't have got his publishing if Biggie didn't sign off on it.
Hold on. Can I jump in?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. JoJo, You call me. Yo, come over here. We do the Midwest thing. Boom, you give me an M. Boom. I've been knowing you for however long or whatever, right? Cool. Yo, bro, I'm gonna get you another M on the publisher. Not explaining to me, not breaking it down to me. Yo, bro, look. Now, do you cross the line of business? Now, does it get to the point where it's business now? Or it's, my nigga, it's business, but let me break this down to you before you do this.
Now, I'm going to tell you what happens. I know, like you say, if I know Leoski for 20 years, Leoski was rapping in the hopes of getting the big money, but for 20 years, Leoski was doing this as a hobby. So in my mind, if I'm bringing him not 1, but 2 million, just like I told you with the Chief Keef situation, 3 million was on the table. And when Bro act like he didn't want to take that, and I know that these boys shooting and killing each other, and I'm like, you not taking a 3? What is you doing? He talking about 15. Man, ain't nobody about to give him no 15 million, bro. You gonna blow the deal, you gonna mess everything up. So I said, you know what? I ain't dealing with him no more. You know what I'm saying? Then Lil Cuzzo called. He said, man, Interscope got 6. So I just started a bidding war because I spoke on the 3. You see what I'm saying? That was on the table. So then they took the deal from Interscope. But what I didn't like about that, why did I have to get mine under the table? I ain't like that. You see what I'm saying? Even though they done that deal with their lawyers and sat down and all that, I still broke the deal. You see what I'm saying?
See, that's what me and you differ at. You know why? Because like I know a lot of shit you did behind the scenes, right?
Right.
And I know you want your accolades up there like, no, nigga, here go my shit.
Yeah, because you know why? Because all they want to do to me is, oh, he gonna throw us in the trunk. They gonna do this and pistol whoop us. All the stigma that's attached to my name, and I'm trying to show them that it's other things attached to my name.
Let me tell you something. That's like you trying to fight the internet though. Because one thing you did say, listen, bro, one thing that you did say, I had to get mine under the table. You got to think about it. Nigga, we always got everything under the fucking table.
Which is what they say out the mud, getting it out the mud.
So my thing to you is like you valuable, right? And I know you. I know like what that means for your accolades and what you did. But you got to know one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, bro. When it go down, when it all go down in the history, Global Gangsters is going in there, period.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Listen, for me, I ain't there just yet. So guess what? You can rest knowing that. Me,
right.
I'm still building. So whatever coming with it, or however it come from now on, guess what? Your mark is there.
And that's just like I was telling you, this major network coming, right? First thing come out my mouth, when they call me back, because I'm basically going to be consulting and doing casting for the event. You see what I mean? For this TV show that 50 Cent and them is a part of. First thing come out my mouth to Leoski, when they call me back, or they ain't got to call me back, I'm going to call them. I'm going to give them your number and they going to hit you up, right? Now, if they decide to use you or not, because when I give everybody their names, they Google everybody and they see what they like. So some people, our people get, and they feeling so much that they don't want me to be the businessman. They be like, fuck that OG, make their ass put me on here. You can't do that. Y'all trying to send me to jail. You know what I'm saying? When you tell me, when the network come to me and say, hey, we gonna pay you to cast this. Okay, cool. This shit might be seen to 100 million people or more, right? When Leoski get on that show and they play him worldwide and he getting his royalties and all that, do you know these guys wouldn't even come back and be like, JoJo, I want to take you to dinner. Better yet, JoJo, here go a care package. What's your cash app? We don't know how to compensate each other.
Mm-hmm.
But these same people want me to jump out on the front line, use my name, my everything to help them get a deal, but nothing in their mind is saying what they gonna do for me.
Let me tell you the first thing I learned about this shit.
It's crazy.
Listen, the first thing I learned about this shit, 1, nothing personal. 2, 90% business, 10% music, right? See, when I first heard it, I didn't learn it. I didn't learn it until 10 years later. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I learned that part of it, Joe, of understanding, ain't nothing really personal. This is business. This is how deals get made. This is how you further. Because you could do a deal that you don't like and you don't get what you want now, but later put you in a position to get everything that you need. Or you could get the deal in the beginning. It all depends on what you willing and what you ain't. You get what I'm saying? What you willing to give, what you ain't willing to give. What part of you that you feel like, you know what? Yeah, that's more valuable right now. I can take this right now. Because one thing about a hustler, all he needs is to get to one position. It might not be that big bag that he gonna get that. He just need to get right here, right now. You see what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing about it. Like you, like I told you, like your shit gonna go down with like, you ain't gotta worry about that. You know what I mean?
But let me say this, because I see, just going to the comments, it's somebody on here saying, who is JoJo Capone? And it's the person who live you on. You on my live. So that's who JoJo Capone is. Then there's another person say, JoJo, is over for them dudes. They too old, bro. Now, this another thing. In rock and
Who you talking
roll,
about?
I don't know who he talking about, but in rock and roll, they can be 90 years old still playing a guitar, getting a check. Why, when it comes to us, in hip-hop, they put a time cap on it?
Professor, speak on that.
Speak on that, Professor.
When you say they, who's they?
You muted yourself.
I'm unmuted
No,
now, right?
I just took some yeah, you could. I just took some
Oh, okay.
comments and read. So the guy, he never said who too old, but I'm just saying when it comes to hip-hop in general, they say who too old and all that. But Jay-Z just dropped a fire verse on Pusha T record, and he 55, 56 years old. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, when it comes to us doing something positive to make money and help us feed our families, we gotta be. So what you pushing us to do? If you don't want us to rap till we 50, 60, and 70, you know what I'm saying, and we too old to work in the workforce, what we gonna be? Some 60, 70-year-old bank robbers? Like, what you leaving us to do? What you doing? So I think they say this. I think
My
they
Kool-Aid
say this.
busting.
They say this and they don't realize what they're really asking for. Cause now people still gotta feed their families. You know, Dr. Dre and them damn near 60. You see what I'm saying? They didn't have to stop rapping. You know, so at the end of the day, who's creating that? And it's the labels that created that 15, 16-year-old shit so they can rob their ass out they publishing because they knew they ain't know the business. Take all their royalties and shit. You know what I'm saying? They knew their mamas was hurting. That's why they coming to the inner city. They couldn't, you know, they'll go to Quincy Jones and give Quincy Jones $100 million because Quincy Jones from the hood. Quincy Jones got nephews, kids, or whatever that can reach that know me. I know his son. So he could have reached to his son, hey, I'm a live vicariously through JoJo, but I'm finna get $200 million. You hit JoJo and tell him, these the artists that we can get a deal right now today, and we gonna make it happen. Now, y'all, I'm on my fatherly duties. I'm picking my daughter up, so my time on the live is over. But we'll get back to it.
Online.
Hello,
For
my
sure,
dog.
yeah,
I was doing my live when
I
I know it.
wanted to
So
get into
she
that
said,
question though. I wanted to get
it's
the
her
answer to that
personal
question.
time.
No, I respect
Which one?
you know, and again, I'm not connected to the larger issue. I don't want to interrupt daddy time though, but no, we'll get into it a different time.
Hey, you don't come back. You don't come back on till you get a new phone, man. Cause that Obama phone ain't working, doc. All right, y'all.
It's a galaxy, bro.